Jennifer! What are you doing, Jennifer? I hope you're going to have a conversation with the person responsible for doing this to you, because again, like, the competency crisis, which we've all seen in the entertainment industry in America, seems to be like at all the levels now. It's spreading like the plague. The media is incapable of publishing articles at the right time. Other mayors are incapable of making sure that they don't leak who the vice president is. We got the economy collapsing. We got, what else? What else do we have, huh? Alright, the president steps down and his own staffers have to find out about it from X. Is there anything that I... Oh, yeah. La cocaína in the White House. And even today, they don't know who did it. My God, they are staffing the most competent people. What are the diversity officers doing? Like they are tasked to actually do the hiring, right? Like, do the human resource people get in trouble for this? Or do they have no responsibility? Is it possible? Here's my question. Is it possible as a human resource person to fuck up at your job? Like, if you actually end up hiring some of the most incompetent people on the fucking planet, will you get fired for that? Or do we only fire people for having dumb takes on Twitter? It's like, oh yeah, like 9 years ago, we found out that you posted racismus, so you may be the best engineer in the field, but like, you just can't work with us anymore. This is the absolute state of modern society, especially in the United States. So like, what happened? Well, as you can see here, the media accidentally released an article that wasn't ready. So the quote-unquote news website, very authoritative, according to YouTube, right? Like, if you search for newsworthy, this is the website that YouTube thinks you should see. Accidentally published their article saying that Kamala Harris vice president is perfect. And the problem is, like, we don't know who it is. Now, I actually searched what TK stands for. And it's, to come. No, stop thinking dirty thought. I mean, like, to arrive, you know? And the reason it's spelled with a K is that it's spelled in such a way to make it, very different than anything else in the English language. Like, it's a specific abbreviation so that they don't confuse it with an actual person, because like there might be like a Thomas Clarence, right, or something like that. So TK is considered to be so fringe that it's very unlikely someone will make the mistake. But again, like, the person that thought about the system to make it idiot proof didn't think about, like, what if someone actually publishes the TK the way it is, which is what we have now. Again, imagine a world where the press would actually be hired by people that are within their cognitive faculties. So like, they have a brain and they can think for themselves. Articles like this would never be written because you'd first have to see who the vice president is and then, like, analyze the person. Like, are they actually good or not? But, like, here you have the thing where it doesn't really matter who they pick. I mean, I guess even if they pick someone from the KKK, it would be like, well, the article still stands, right? It's like just a list of talking points, just regurgitating the bullshit so that people just internalize it and churn it. I gotta see, I have never seen a more managed democracy, a more corporate democracy that I'm seeing in this election period, where literally everything is managed by the top. Like, there is absolutely nothing grassroots that I'm seeing from the left, to the point that if you go on Kamala Harris's website, and you do it today, which is, let me check what date it is, it's 5th of August, right? Because, like, maybe she will update it. But, like, right now, there are no policies. No policies on the website. No Democrat got to vote for her. You know, like, maybe people wanted Bernie Sanders or something. I don't know. The nomination happened in a virtual space with little transparency. And she managed to get in the polling from the lowest vice president in polling history of the US to now compete with the guy that survived an assassination attempt and got the best photo op that money can't even buy. And like, all of this apparently is grassroots, right? And there's scandals coming up on Twitter that apparently the campaign managers are paying around 20 grand for celebrities and influencers to shill. Like it feels as if it's manufactured popularity, isn't it? Like, it feels as all the corporations are working together to manufacture consent. It's insane, right? And this is the party that has to protect democracy, because if they don't do this, we don't have democracy. My goodness. Again, it's not that I'm a right-winger, but I have seen other Democrats campaigning. and Obama, Hillary Clinton, all the previous Democrats, Bill Clinton, like they had massive rallies. The energy was there. It actually did feel as if it's grassroots. But right now, in the current way that the elections are made, it's almost as if it's just like procedural. It's very European Union-like. It's very Soviet-like, if I get to say it. You know, it's like you got just enough signatures, the stamps, in order to make it bureaucratic enough to give it legitimacy, and that's good enough. You know, you don't have to convince people. You don't have to have debates. You don't have to, talk with the other side. You don't need to do any of that. You just like let the system flow. And it really doesn't matter who's president, who's vice president. Like we see in this article, right? Who cares who's vice president? Like as long as the puppet is there and they're doing the thing, it's fine. It's excellent. It's also creepy and weird, isn't it? It is a little bit weird. I love the fact that when I first heard that they accuse people of what they're doing, I thought it's a metaphor or that it's a hyperbole or something like that. But as time goes on, everything that they accuse their opponents, they are doing it themselves. Like this election, I'm sorry to say it, but it's weird. Up until now, and I think it's going to get a little bit weirder as we move on. So yeah, like the Washington Post isn't going to suffer any damage from this. And take into account that the reason I'm making the video is because this happens everywhere at all the publications. Like it doesn't matter if it's politics, if it's finance. The journalists are either writing puff pieces or they're trying to attack someone and destroy their credibility. That are like the only two types of articles that they write. Oh, and they also write sponsored content every now and then, ads that are disguised as actual news articles in order to trick people into thinking that, oh, yeah, well, this product is actually good. But that's the system. And then you have social media, and again, I bring YouTube because this is what Susan Wojcicki at the time said. It's like she wants authoritative sources. So, like, these people are the ones that are promoted. When you get to see content creators that are independent, and when Trump selected J.D. Vance, you had mixed opinions. Like, people were actually analyzing what's going on. People were actually trying to assess his personality. They were looking back. They were trying to understand who the man is. Like, it wasn't that they were just writing articles for the sake of writing them. Right now, the leak is that Shapiro from Pennsylvania is going to be her VP. So we still don't know if it's the case or not. But what I do know is that on Wikipedia, the janitors are burning the midnight oil in order to sanitize his website. It's like apparently he may have volunteered for the IDF or something, right? And they don't want other leftists to know about that. So they're like erasing the Wikipedia page, that they're doing a Yasuke on him. Which, again, it's like, it's so manufactured. It's so plastic. It's so weird, isn't it, chat? But anyway, let me know what you guys think. And it would also be weird if you decide to subscribe. Or, I got a link into the pinned comment. It may take you to my live stream, one of them. And the other one to my Subscribe Star, where you get the most weird buyer's remorse on the internet. So, I'll see you guys there. Take care.